arrogance and stupidity all in the same package. How efficient of you.
Morning everybody. It is what time? 9:30. It's Saturday the 4th of May and we've just come off the motorway at Stirling and we're heading for the Green Welly group ride out with the clan. And absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just look about. Stunning, absolutely stunning. It's a bit chilly. I think this morning when the covers came off the bike and I had to move my car to get it out, it was absolutely frozen solid. So got a fair few layers on this morning, but actually it's not so bad. It's not so bad just now. But look at the views, wow. Stunning, absolutely stunning views. We're heading for the Welly where we're going to meet up with another couple of guys, and although we're riding as a group, it's a bit of a just make your own way to the Welly now we've come off, because everybody knows where it is. I think I'm at the tail end Charlie today, not today for any purpose, but right at this moment I am anyway. So we'll have a look and see where everybody goes and what they do. Let's just stay here and have a look, double check it's okay. Although I'm being a little bit naughty here, trust me, it's nothing compared to what some of the guys do. I've been down here on this particular stretch here on a few group rides, and I've seen a few near misses on the overtakes. After chump some of them, but never mind, none of the people here. All good riders, decent blokes. They've done too mental. I think the plan ultimately here is to go on road, which we were originally going to go up into the Cairngorms, which I'm going to go up into in a couple of weeks. But there was, believe it or not, snow overnight in the Cairngorms, so without actually seeing it, we didn't take the chance of heading that way, and we've taken a slightly different route going west over to Green Welly and that area, but we're actually going to get on the Corran ferry and go over to Strontian Road, which is sort of south of Glenfinnan towards the Ardnamurchan Peninsula area, which is great because it's an area I've wanted to go to, but I've never actually been before, and I've planned a couple of routes up that way, so this will be great to see. And actually a few of them have been up that way already, made me aware of what the roads are like, but it should be quite interesting to be ferry across water. It'll only take 10 minutes or something like that, but yeah, why not? Lovely. And then on up to Mallaig. Hopefully I'll get a wee shot of the sands at Mallaig, because it looks, if you've never been there, you'd think you're in the Caribbean. It's absolutely stunning. The sands are pure white, the water's so clear, but you'd soon realise you weren't in the Caribbean if you tried to go in the water. That's a bit kind of brass monkey. put up the road number because I can't remember. I think this is the A84, but I'll probably have flashed it up already, so if I'm wrong, forgive me. I think it's the A84. This road sign should confirm. Yes, it is. I think we then end up going on the A85 towards Green Welly. Ultimately, as usual, we've got a nice spread of manufacturers represented. With myself and Yamaha, we've got a couple of Beamers of different types. Triumph, Honda, KTM. So, yeah, fairly representing all colours and creeds today. Oh, it's just getting better. It's slightly warmer than it was this morning, but this is lovely. Crack a wee bit, bit of air. So I've been playing about with a bit of post-production in a program called DaVinci Resolve. It's a DaVinci Resolve 16 beta, public beta I've got trying. Big complex, still figuring out how to achieve the things that I do in Premiere Elements and how to do it in DaVinci Resolve, because it's a professional level program, to be fair, and I can probably do them, but it's a bit of a learning curve. And one thing I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to try doing some of the basics within Premiere Elements, you know, render it into a movie, then import that movie, bring that movie into DaVinci Resolve, then play about with it some more and see if that just helps with a bit of a learning curve. I don't know, I'll try it, because there's some good things as an audio mixer which automatically adjusts a lot of the sound when you've got the three tracks running together, and you know, the exhaust sound at the back with the mic at the back. I'll see. I think I can achieve the same thing probably within Resolve, but it's got lots and lots of sound filters and things like that within the Fairfax elements of the program, which is a sound editor. But there's nothing I can find that actually, it might be in the 2,700 page manual, I don't know, but tells you what each filter actually does, and there's hordes of them. I have to pay attention here for a wee while. I have to pay attention all the time, to be fair, but you know what I mean. A lot of these roads I've been on before, up until we get to go towards the Corran Ferry. Well, I think I know the turn to the Corran Ferry. However, like a lot of things, I seem to be able to not remember them on the approach, and then when I get there I go, oh yeah, I remember that. Arrive alive, remember folks, arrive alive. Mind you, overtaking is fun, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's fun. The challenge of planning it and making sure it's done safely and actually finding the right spot and everything like that, it's quite a challenge and it's good fun. Big smiles. Hee 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 hee. But we can't see it, but hee hee. And I can hear this exhaust. Oh. Love. Nobody's going for it just now. Just wait, it's no rush. I would imagine the Green Welly, anybody who doesn't know the Green Welly, it's a bit of a biker stopover. There's a dedicated parking space for bikes. It's a bit of a stopover for coaches and cars and all sorts. It's quite famous. It's in a perfect spot because as you come out of the Green Welly, if you go not, you can head over to Oban or you can head up through Glencoe towards Fort William, which is what we'll be doing today. It's a great place to stop, very popular. I can imagine it being stuffed full of bikes today, being cold or not, because it's clear and dry. So quite interesting. I imagine these colleagues will be out first today, possibly as well. Some of the small towns to make sure, and some of the straights, make sure we're not silly. Soul destroying being in a car behind that. But then again, is it if you're here for the views, eh? Ah, a decent guy. Oh, what a good guy. Yeah. Oh, thank you if nobody else does. Ryan do the thing. Why is it 30? Don't know. Some roadwork's going to get done with the looks of it, not quite sure. calendar, is it? I'm not quite sure. Yes, it is. It's a calendar. Lovely. Look at the views, look at that. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, darling, gorgeous. Oh wow. We're pulling at the welly. And I'm going to change this button in the helmet, definitely. Because we don't want that to fail. Not Glencoe on a day like this, you know? Yeah. Rannoch Moor will look pretty good today. Clear day like this, it'll be gorgeous. Don't know if it'll have greened up yet because it's a bit high up. But it's a rugged beauty about Rannoch Moor. It's gorgeous. I've been through Glencoe a couple of times and I think most of the time, for whatever reason, the filming hasn't been particularly successful. And actually the best time I came through it was last November. I was doing an iron butt ride, and it was the Armistice 1000, where it was to complete 1000 miles with the proceeds of your ride, you know, some funds going to the Poppy Fund for Remembrance Day, the 100-year anniversary of the ceasefire. And it was horrendous weather, horrendous. And I went through Glencoe from the north, and it was virtually deserted, but it was stunning. It was absolutely chucking it with rain, and it was a tail end of a hurricane. I can't remember the name of the storm. I think we called it. It started with an O, and good life. Well, come on, make the turn. It was absolutely gorgeous, and it was gorgeous in a strange way though, because it was blowing a gale, it was freezing cold winds, and it was a torrential rain, to be honest. However, because of that, all the streams and rivers and whatever, they were absolutely in flood, and it was the most amazing sight. There was just almost like there was water running off the walls of the glen, and they were riding up it. It was absolutely amazing. And of course, because it was an iron butt run, I wasn't filming. And let's face it, who would go out filming on their bike on the tail end of a hurricane? Mind you, I did go out on the bike, right enough, yeah, I did 1,000 miles there, But anyway, it was the most amazing sight. Yeah, but nothing like that today, spring day. But anyway, it was just stunning. Loved my memory for years, forever. It's just oh, hello. So because of the traffic lights and things there, and me obeying the speed limit, the guys are well ahead of me. Which is no problem, because we all know where we're going. God, I've got an itchy nose. Remember, this is interesting roads. Interesting roads. Coming up, some good ones if I remember rightly. kill my hog. Well, go and kill your own hog. There's a wee pull-in just here, a woolen mill or something like that. It's quite popular with tourists and coaches, but there's often healing coos. Black one, wow, I've seen one of them before. If I remember rightly, there's a turn off here, you've got the Trussocks, there you go, yeah. Down to the Duke's Pass, it's good. Good road, that surface is keek, never mind. So I think the only thing I need to remember is head for Cree and Larrick. At some point this goes a different road, I think. Catch it done with that one, eh? Gorgeous woods. Don't know what lock this is, I'll put the name up. Lock something or other. There you are, look naked. You should know that, I've been here before. Lock Loop Neg. Vans, the minibus not leaving much of a gap between that and the car, so this makes it difficult to do one at a time. Spot of luck, there's nobody there. front-end road. This bend from coming the other way. I think up here, yeah, real nasty one. That one. I couldn't ride that close to somebody else. Covering bends. I would find it quite unnerving. I know a lot of people do, and that's up to them, yeah, but I would find it difficult to get a good look at the bend or to assess it. It'd almost be a tendency to be potentially target fixated almost on the other bike, and potentially if that rider's skill level is above yours in terms of the cornering, you could find yourself in something that you're not able to deal with. Potentially, that's just not a unit. Oh, this is that bend I thought it was. Yeah, this one, this is evil. Coming the other way, definitely. You really got to be careful. Tad more progress here, not. No. I recognise this piece of it's coming into somewhere if I remember correctly. I can't remember where I was. Strathire, there you go, Strathire. Get a grip of that gear changing, boy. There's a lot of traffic in here today. Big gang of outdoorsy types causing havoc with their 4x4s. Does this make me an outdoors type? So I'm not in a car, so I'm not inside something, I'm outdoors. So when is motorcycling an outdoor pursuit? Haha, there's the thought, eh? It is. There's not much indoor motorcycling goes on. There is some, I know that for a fact. Steady, well, steady. What's that? There you go. I take part in outdoor pursuits. I ride a motorbike. There you go. Beautiful view, look at that. What do you think so far? It's lovely, eh? We've still got 3 recording? Yes, we have. 3 batteries are holding out. To be honest with you, this one, the Hero 3, never really any battery issues with that. The one in the corner has got a power pack type battery on it, so it's rare that that dies. It's always the one strapped to my head that lets us down. And I did try having the big battery pack on it once. When I used to have it on the chin mount just here, it used to come round and sit right in front of my chin. It seemed okay at first, but when you were on the bike for any length of time, wow, look at the trees up there, don't take it down. When you're on the bike for any length of time, just the weight, I think where the helmet sits, the chin strap, it pulled it forward, so it ended up getting a lot of sore head up here, pressure. But I was going to put the battery pack on the side today, but I don't know, I weighed it, when you put the whole case and everything on, it's maybe 50 grams heavier than the standard one. It feels a lot in your hand, but to be honest with you, I'm not so sure I'd actually notice it on here, you know? I'm not so sure. Not so sure at all. I know you need to try it one time just as an experiment, because let's face it, if every camera dies and I was to choose one to keep living type of thing, it would be this one, the one on the helmet, because it gives you the greatest flexibility in terms of view, obviously, because we live, and if there's any interest in anything that I say, apart from for myself, for posterity, it picks that up too. Anyway, I'm going to try that next ride out. It's usually my experience with the faster riders, shall we say, or the more progressive riders when it comes to overtakes. I'm pretty progressive when it comes to the overtaking, but outright speed I don't tend to knock my stuffing in with it. But when you arrive at your destination, unless you've agreed to meet up 200 miles away or something like that, there's rarely a huge difference in time. I still enjoyed it as much. Then again, they might have enjoyed it as much, so everybody's happy. Straight on for Crail Lanark, that's all I need to remember. been over that road before, up the side of Loch Earn, but as usual, can't remember much about it. Loch Earn being there, stretching away to the northeast. Tandem, you're keen. Oban, Fort William 68, but we're not going as far as Fort William. Look at the views there. They're gorgeous. It's only going to get better. I assure you, stick with it. It's only going to get better. This will be video 1 of a wee playlist, hopefully, that will record some of these stunning roads that we're going to cover today. So, if you happen to have stumbled across this video, and it hasn't been too onerous to watch, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit the like button and consider subscribing. Believe it or not, making a like, hitting the like comment, or making a comment of some description adds a huge amount to the traffic you're going to get potentially, because it's the interactions, the comments, and the number of likes and things that you get that actually makes your video come up higher on any potential search ranking. So it's not too much to ask, and if you've enjoyed the video or you're enjoying the video, please do that. That would be very helpful. We're not monetized, and I'm never going to be monetized. Hey, look at the amount of subscribers I have just at the moment. There we go. It's just for me, and for you guys, girls if there's any. Just for you to enjoy. Well, there we're up there. Good view here, good view. It's on, it's on. It's on. Come on, come on. It's on. There we go. Beautiful. See, overtaking makes me hard. Really good fun. Oh, really safe. No problem whatsoever. That was magic, that bit, yeah. Let's go, boys, let's go. What are we? I don't. Never mind. Never mind, that's obviously their choice. I'm trying to remember where I am here, and I think this is a place that's got a little automated petrol station at the bottom of it, and the turn for Killing, if I remember rightly. Spots of rain. Oh, James, no. Don't want no rain. Don't want no rain. Yeah, that's where I thought I would see. Don't get better. Yes. Look at the view of this valley. Crowd the man. Snow-capped mountains. What more could you ask for? This is gorgeous. Wow. Blustery. It's snow. I knew it was colder. Yeah. Wonder what the temperature is. It says 8 degrees. That measures it coming in, but yeah, not so sure. Not so sure. I suspect it's a bit colder than that, personally. I know there was a potential of the odd shower today, to be fair, but nothing more. Lovely. Was it the 4th of May? Yeah. Still spring, it does still happen. Look at that. Oh wow. Perfect picture. Click. I've done, how much since I got the bike? 2,366 miles since I got it. You can probably add on 150 to 200 for that potentially. I think I got it 8.7 and I'm at 10.5 now. I got it when February. Beginning of March, somewhere in the bit there, yeah. bikes out, and there was bikes sitting there. Was another half dozen guys sitting in the calendar? I think it was. Feeling goes again. Hardy beasts. Maybe winter up here. Yeah. Need to be. A wee bit smattering of rain up here with the looks of it, definitely. Wet roads. Cars trekking on, look at that. No? Here. Lubnay? No, Lubnay. So the lube must be something, eh? Garlic. Very nice. Trees are green, not completely full, but almost.